Royal watchers have seen their fair share of drama, but few stories spark as much curiosity as a complicated relationship between Prince Andrew and his ex-wife Sarah Ferguson, once known as one of the most lively and unconventional couples in the British royal family. Their bond has long fascinated the public. Even after their divorce, the two continued living together, supporting each other through scandals, criticism, and intense media scrutiny. For years, people described their relationship as unusual but loyal. But recently, whispers began circulating about a moment that left many shocked. Reports suggest that Andrew made a remark that some insiders described as a foul insult directed at Sarah Ferguson, a comment that allegedly humiliated the Duchess and stunned those close to the pair. The moment has reignited public interest in their relationship and raised new questions about what truly goes on behind the palace walls. To understand why this moment has caused such a stir, it helps to look back at the long and complicated history between Andrew and Fergie. When Sarah Ferguson first entered royal life in the 1980s, she quickly became a media sensation. With her bright personality, infectious laughter, and down-to-earth style, she stood out from the more reserved members of the royal family. Many people love her openness, while critics felt she didn't always follow royal protocol. Her marriage to Andrew seemed like a fairy tale at first. The two had known each other since childhood, and their wedding in 1986 was celebrated around the world. They soon welcomed two daughters, Princess Beatrice and Princess Eugenie, and for a time the couple appeared genuinely happy. However, royal life was not easy for Fergie. Andrew's naval career kept him away for long periods, leaving her alone in the intense spotlight of royal scrutiny. Tabloids followed her every move, often criticizing her lifestyle, spending, and behavior. The pressure became overwhelming. By the early 1990s, their marriage began to crumble. Scandalous photos published by the press turned their separation into a global spectacle, and in 1996, the couple officially divorced. For many royal couples, that would have been the end of the story. But Andrew and Sarah's relationship has never been typical. Despite their divorce, they remain incredibly close. In fact, they continued living under the same roof for many years. They supported each other through personal struggles, family events, and public criticism. Fergie even described Andrew as her greatest supporter, while Andrew reportedly appreciated her loyalty during difficult times. This unusual arrangement puzzled many observers. Some wondered whether they might eventually remarry, while others believed they had simply formed a unique friendship that worked for them. Yet their closeness also meant that tensions could easily surface. According to royal watchers and insiders, the recent alleged insult happened during a private conversation that quickly turned uncomfortable. While the exact words remain disputed, reports suggest Andrew made a cutting remark that appeared to dismiss or belittle Fergie in front of others. For someone who has stood by him through decades of controversy, the comment struck many as particularly harsh. Sarah Ferguson has spent years defending Andrew publicly, especially during moments when his reputation faced severe criticism. She consistently emphasized her strong bond and refused to distance herself from him, even when advisors suggested it might be wise. Because of that loyalty, the idea that Andrew might insult her so bluntly shocked many royal observers. Some insiders claim the comment came during a tense discussion about public perception and their complicated living situation. Others believe it may have been connected to ongoing stress surrounding royal controversies and media pressure. Whatever the cause, the moment reportedly left Ferguson deeply embarrassed. Those who know her say she has always been sensitive to public criticism. Throughout her royal life, she has faced relentless headlines, often portraying her as controversial or reckless. Yet she continued rebuilding her image through charity work, writing, and public appearances. Being humiliated in front of others, especially by someone she has defended for years, would understandably sting. Supporters of Ferguson quickly came to her defense. Many fans on social media argued that she has shown unwavering loyalty to Andrew and deserves respect rather than ridicule. Others pointed out that she has worked hard to maintain positive relationships within the royal family for the sake of her daughters. Princess Beatrice and Princess Eugenie, now adults with families of their own, have often spoken warmly about their parents' friendship. They have praised both Andrew and Ferguson for staying united as co-parents despite their divorce. That unity has been one of the most unusual aspects of their story. Even after separating, They celebrated holidays together, attended family events side by side, and continued sharing a home at Royal Lodge for long periods. In interviews, Fergie frequently joked that divorce papers did not change their emotional connection. Because of that history, the reported insult feels like a rare crack in what many believed was an unbreakable partnership. Some royal commentators believe the situation may simply reflect the intense stress surrounding Andrew's public image in recent years. With mounting criticism and ongoing scrutiny, tensions inside his private circle may be higher than ever. In moments of frustration, people sometimes say things they later regret. Others suggest that the dynamic between Andrew and Ferguson has always been complicated. Their closeness after divorce might look supportive from the outside, but maintaining that balance could also create emotional strain. Living together, while technically separated for decades, is not a typical arrangement, and misunderstandings can easily arise. Interestingly, those close to Ferguson say she has shown remarkable resilience. Rather than publicly responding to the alleged insult, she has continued focusing on her work, including charity initiatives and writing projects. In recent years, she has also spoken about personal growth, resilience, and learning from past mistakes. Many supporters admire her ability to reinvent herself despite years of harsh criticism. For Andrew, the incident adds another layer to an already complex public narrative. His relationships, both personal and public, have been under intense scrutiny, and even small moments can quickly become major headlines. Royal family dynamics have always fascinated the public because they blend tradition, duty, and very human emotions. Behind the palace gates are people navigating friendships, disagreements, and family tensions just like anyone else. What makes situations like this so compelling is the long history behind them. Andrew and Ferguson's relationship spans more than 4 decades. They have experienced royal weddings, global scandals, media storms, and personal triumphs together. Few couples maintain such a deep connection after divorce. That is why many observers hope the reported incident is only a temporary disagreement rather than a lasting rift. Friends of the pair often say that their bond is stronger than outsiders realize. They have forgiven each other for past mistakes, stood by each other in difficult times, and continued supporting their daughters together. MIF history is any guide. They may once again find a way to move past this moment. For Sarah Ferguson in particular, resilience has become one of her defining traits. She has faced financial struggles, harsh tabloid coverage, and criticism from royal commentators. Yet she repeatedly rebuilds her life and continues moving forward with optimism. That determination has earned her admiration from many fans around the world. As the story continues circulating, people remain curious about whether Andrew will address the alleged insult or whether the pair will quietly move past it as they have done with many past controversies. Royal relationships are rarely simple, and the connection between Andrew and Ferguson may be one of the most unusual in modern royal history. What began as a fairy tale romance evolved into a complicated partnership that survived divorce, scandal, and decades of public attention. Even today, their story continues to captivate audiences who wonder how two people can remain so closely tied after so many ups and downs. Perhaps that is why moments like this attract such attention. They reveal that even in the world of royalty, relationships are filled with emotions, misunderstandings, and the ongoing challenge of balancing loyalty with honesty. The story of Prince Andrew and Sarah Ferguson proves that royal relationships can be just as complicated as any other. Their decades-long bond has survived divorce, controversy, and constant public scrutiny. Whether this reported insult becomes a lasting issue or simply another chapter in their unusual partnership remains to be seen. What do you think about this situation? Was the comment blown out of proportion, or did Andrew truly cross the line? Share your thoughts in the comments below. And if you enjoy deep dives into royal drama, untold palace stories, and fascinating royal family history, make sure you subscribe to the channel and turn on notifications so you never miss the next video.